Next item on the docket. We had some interesting shit happen over the weekend. I mentioned it before. I had been assaulted by communists being upset and butt mad that I called out well-known race baiter Sean King, better known as Talcum X around my circles, for making the statement in the adage that do not show the identity in the face of a mass murderer or spree killer because it gives them fame and is the thing they're looking for, racist. With race baiting that was horrid to have done. But see, that's not the only thing that happened over the weekend. Over the weekend, I also happened to find myself in a situation of very powerful and hilarious ironic proportions. Do you know that David Spade is making a new show called Lights Out with David Spade? And that the writer on that show likes to talk a lot of shit on the internet about men. Well, I didn't until her dumbass tweet came in my feed. Let's go over the top. Let's take it from the top so we can't say I lied. Over the weekend, we had a wonderful spread of upset aggregationalism when I made a tweet directed at Sophia Norbit, a person who has since blocked me on Twitter, along with her additional friends, families, associates. Basically 2 check marks in total. Telling me that I'm a horrible, evil, disgusting crustum of a person that deserves to die and not exist because I deigned to have an opinion in the face of a woman. Quote, Sophia Benoit makes a 4-part post where she goes on to disparage 4 other men in addition to Leonardo DiCaprio because all of them are dating women who are younger than them. Now, being from California and having seen Hollywood with my own 2 eyes and having experienced it at the young age of child, I can tell you right now, there's worse shit than this. If y'all think this is weird, please do not look into what's going on with Morgan Freeman and his granddaughter, I think. Granddaughter? Cousin daughter, I don't even fucking know. I don't care. This shit's disgusting and I don't like it. But this is not disgusting. These are grown adults having grown adult relationships. And I don't know about you, but I find it strange that a writer on the show for David Spade is going on a tirade about what people are doing in their own consent and in their own life when we all should know what we know about David Spade. But let me save that for the end. I want to make it juicy. So let's go down the list of my archives between both of these women, because there are more tweets than this. Oh, if you want to see the tweets, just go back through my timeline. I reposted them all. You can probably find them in my bookmarks too if you look hard enough. But I told Sophia that no, maybe this is the reason why they're not dating you, boo-boo. Now that's a shit post, guys. It's not even a hard post. I typed that out while I was taking a fucking dump. But Sophia got butt mad. Unbelievably butt mad. And tried to come for me over it. For example, and for evidence, she retweets and comments saying, wait, I think that the reason that she's not dating Jake Gyllenhaal is because she's 26. And no, that's not the reason, because I go on to explain the exact fucking reason between this post and the last one. This being the retweet of that one. And that one saying, no, Sophia, I think these men are dating other women, and these women are choosing to date them because it's none of your fucking business. People like you who obsess over it and get personally offended when someone normal reminds you of that is generally laughable and memeable. And the next post after it, which was, the fact that you attempt to assume that I meant dating you personally tells me how mad you are that I said anything. Please project more. I like when check marks give me easy proof of direct enhancement to my profile. It makes my job easier. And lo and behold, she did exactly that. Because, later, in this timeline of things, I tell her, before she tried to claim that she was blocking me because I was a creep and a weirdo, she asks me, why was I retweeting what I was saying? And then who sees it? And I told her, to her face, the men that she's crying about. I'm retweeting it because child threads don't show up in main timelines, and I retweet my conversations with checkmarks as a precaution for when you inevitably erase these tweets when you get called out for it. I need to document them. Otherwise, why are you making a 4-page blog about male celebrities and who they date? Do you do the same thing with the women? She doesn't. And how about some of the men dating several years below them? She still fucking doesn't. I'd love to get her taste and get her acumen on how she feels about women like Asia Argento and how she feels about women like Rose McGowan getting and having men of the same kind of age range and how she feels about it. Or how Asia Argento, one of the two authors and leaders of the Me Too movement, weaponized the movement to try and lynch all men in the world while also being guilty of sex crimes herself. So, it's another case of a sex pest masquerading as a sex police. Oh no, it goes a level deeper, guys. It goes a level deeper. Because that brings us to Kelly Ellis, who attempts to attack me on behalf of Sophia. She was very, very upset and very, very hateful. Because as I documented this, and I made my tweets, and I made my archives, Sophia blocked. Because she was scared that I took archives of what she said. Kelly Ellis came in, tried to call me a weirdo, tried to call me obsessed, attempted to harass me more, and I walked her down the exact same road and the exact same path. And she too fled in fear. Because honestly, what do I have to do and what can I actually do to these women? You gotta remember that. It's the same case with Natalie. What am I gonna do to Natalie that she feels so terrified of that she needs to block tens of hundreds of thousands of accounts? Why did you send all this harassment to my way, Sophia? Why'd you send all this harassment to me? Kelly, I'd like to know. I know why you did it, because I know the reason why it's necessary for you to do. But let's talk about it at the end. Then there's the actual case of the harassment, guys. There's the actual track of it. You got people like this who came to me talking that hot shit because they didn't want to admit that over 200 accounts and over 100 different I don't deserve to live, just shut up messages from angry fucking people went out over the fucking airwaves. It also was one of the groups of people who attempted to tell me that, oh, ever since they've been following me, all they see is bullying. All they see is harassment. Well, that's a fucking lie. Because they don't read my research posts, which you all should too. You can find them in my moments. They went over and over and over in a cycle, in a circle, trying to come up with an excuse of any kind to justify attempting to harass me. And they really didn't like it when I told them that it's harassment. They really had nothing else to say other than harassment. I'm a creep. I'm the weirdo. I'm the monster. I'm an evil man. I'm repulsive and disgusting. But when I actually confronted them, almost all of them attempted to run, like this guy. And sadly, I had receipts for their ass. Because all they ever did was label me as a creepy and a stalker. I guess they don't know any other words. But let's get down to the brass tacks of it, why I brought you guys here. Let's go over the details. Let's get right into it. What I'm about to show you is a series of previews. There it is. What I'm about to show you is a series of previews. Nope, not that one. Hold on. Why can't I bring it up? I have too many open, that's why. There we go. There's the one. Alright. We all know David Spade. But guys, did you know that David Spade did the exact same thing that Sophia is accusing all of these guys of being weird for? If you didn't know, let's go over it. David Spade is the father to the daughter of Jillian Grace, a ex-Playboy Mansion girl and an ex-Playboy model. who has a child by Spade by the name of Harper. Harper's 10 years old and was born in 2008. If we do the math and subtract the age of Harper from both of these two, that means David was 45 and Jillian was 23. Sophia, would you like to comment on the fact of how big of a hypocrite you are? Because I think that's important. Remember, you sent over 1,000 kinds of different retweets, messages, sidebars, and everything else to me. Because you didn't like the fact that I told you that you looked like a fucking weirdo, obsessing over celebrity men dating women. Now, I don't think you seem to be understanding that this is just another level of puritanical stripping of women's agency. What you were doing and what you attempted to do to me. You attempted to claim that any person who took up arms and took up chagrin with the fact that you're complaining about these people is bullshit. Because that's what you did. You sat up in the world, you got up on your knees, and you said, help, help, I'm being harassed. This black man has opinions that don't fall inside the narrative. And you sent them to me over the fact that you were a hypocrite. And Kelly, you're even worse. Because Kelly, you are known for harassing people who regularly outed you for your actions dealing with almost anything you were involved with. And when we say everything that you were involved with, I'm kind of talking about the fact that you harassed Google employees in 2017. Let's put that on the screen so that you know it's real, guys. Kelly Ellis is a medium employee contributor who targeted medium employees a medium employee who targeted Google employees who went out of their way to promote misandry. And Kelly Ellis promoted this misandry because she herself is an ex-Googler and did nothing but argue about how she was sexually harassed. It's the same lines of the same things we usually hear about. But no, Kelly Ellis promoted misandry and accused employers of sexually harassing her and wanted media coverage of her shit to be covered. It's all over Reddit. It's in Go Talking with Action. It's on the MGTOW. It's everywhere. But apparently, in the diversity memo made by everybody's favorite James, that Kelly Ellis went on a tirade to attempt to claim that Caching is hosting the radical opinions of a site like the Daily Stormer, and that if they're doing so, that Cloudflare is hosting the Daily Stormer, which is weird. This is where this comes the fuck up right after or a day before Cloudflare chooses to take down 8chan. It's weird! It's almost like you're talking nonsense! But hey, what the fuck do I know, right? I'm just a little old harasser black man living in the South who doesn't know no better. Yuck. But at the end of the day, what do we really have here? What are we actually talking about if we're talking about anything, right? If we go over it from the top, I tell a checkmark that she's being a creep on the internet. She gets self-conscious and starts violently and rhetorically attacking me with her followers. I tell her, listen, I understand that you are mad, but I want you to know I'm actually recording you. Blocks me, runs for the fucking hills. Person known for attempting to use these tactics and use these methods and use these things to get her fucking way, attempts to attack me on the same fucking lines. I do the same thing to her. And she too fucking runs for the hills. And more importantly than that, she tried to come back later. Because when she said this shit to me, right here, when she said this shit to me, I kept the log of it. And she came back saying, well, I never said that. I never did that at all. And I put it in her fucking face. And then I blocked them both. I gave them time to read the message, of course, but in the end, who won, if anything? Made you mad? Made you upset? Got your butt frustrated? Made you show me exactly how mad you were? And now I can have the entire evening along with this to report all those accounts after I get all the archives in order. So I guess that means I fucking win. But girls, please. I have 2 fingers for the both of yous. I'm Carl, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, and fuck right.